Imagine a man whose face was never seen, hidden behind a mask, his name forbidden, his past erased. For over 30 years he was France's most secret prisoner, moved from fortress to fortress, watched by a single trusted jailer. His existence was a state secret, personally overseen by King Louis XIV, the Sun King. Who was this man, and what secret did he carry that threatened a kingdom? The Man in the Iron Mask story is not just a historical puzzle. It's a window into the soul of 17th century France, where the king's word was law and a single secret could destabilize a nation. As we peel back the layers of myth and fact, we're not just searching for a name, we're exploring the limits of power and the enduring human fascination with a story that refuses to be solved. Our story begins in 1669 at the fortress of Pignerol, where a mysterious prisoner named Eustache Dauger arrives under strict orders for total isolation. His jailer, Saint-Marc, becomes his constant shadow, moving with him from Pignerol to Exilles, then to the island fortress of Sainte Marguerite, and finally to the Bastille in Paris. Each transfer is shrouded in secrecy, his face always masked, his identity hidden even from his guards. In the Bastille he is registered under the pseudonym Marchioli, another layer of deception. After 34 years he dies in 1703, buried under a false name. Royal officials immediately destroy all traces of his existence, burning his belongings, whitewashing his cell, erasing every clue. The effort to erase him only deepens the legend. The Man in the Iron Mask vanishes from the world, but his mystery is immortal. His path through France's most notorious prisons is a trail of secrets, each step raising more questions than answers. In trying to erase him, the monarchy ensured his story would never be forgotten. The image of a man locked in a heavy iron mask is iconic, but it's mostly myth. Contemporary accounts describe a black velvet mask reinforced and locked, designed for concealment, not torture. The mask's purpose was absolute anonymity. The prisoner was treated with a strange respect given fine clothes, books, and music. Voltaire and Dumas later sensationalized the story, turning the velvet mask into a symbol of cruelty and oppression. The real mask was a tool of psychological control, a constant reminder that his very face was a state secret. The legend of the Iron Mask endures because it's more dramatic, but the truth is subtler, and, in some ways, more chilling. The mask erased his identity, making him a living secret. In the end, the mask was less about pain and more about erasure. Over centuries, many have speculated about the masked man's identity. The most famous theory, Louis XIV's secret twin, makes for great fiction, but has no historical basis. Another candidate, Count Mattioli, betrayed the king in a diplomatic scandal, but records show he died elsewhere. The strongest historical candidate is Eustache Dauger, arrested in 1669 and shrouded in secrecy. Was Dauger a valet entangled in the affair of the poisons, or did he know secrets about powerful courtiers? Some suggest he was linked to Cardinal Mazarin's illicit fortune, holding knowledge too dangerous to reveal. His crime may have been knowing too much, not being too important. Despite the clues, Dauger's true identity and secret remain elusive. The evidence is tantalizing, but incomplete. To understand the Man in the Iron Mask, we must understand Louis XIV's France, a world of absolute monarchy and ruthless secrecy. The king's word was law enforced by lettre de cachet, orders for imprisonment without trial or appeal. The masked prisoner was a victim of this system, erased by royal decree. His identity was so dangerous it threatened the very stability of the state. Whether a royal twin or a lowly valet, his secret was too explosive to risk exposure. The mask wasn't just about hiding a face, it was about protecting the monarchy's image at all costs. His fate is a chilling example of how far absolute power will go to protect itself. The Man in the Mask was a loose end the king could only hide, never resolve. The masked prisoner's story was little more than a rumor until Voltaire brought it to light, using it to critique royal tyranny. Alexandre Dumas transformed the tale into legend, spinning the story of a secret royal twin and the heroic musketeers. Dumas' version became a global sensation, defining the myth for generations. Film adaptations cemented the image of the Iron Mask as a symbol of lost identity and oppression. Over time, fact and fiction blurred. The legend outgrew the history. The Man in the Iron Mask became a cultural archetype, the ultimate victim of injustice, a nameless casualty of power. His story taps into our deepest fears about identity and secrecy. The myth endures, more powerful than the fragmented truth. Even with modern research, the Man in the Iron Mask remains unsolved. Historians have narrowed the suspects, But the true identity and secret of Eustache Dogger are lost to time. The thoroughness of the cover-up ensured the mystery would outlive the man. The story endures because it's a perfect thriller, a faceless prisoner, a powerful king, a secret too dangerous to reveal. Each generation projects its own fears onto the legend, finding new meaning in the blank slate of the masked man. The enigma persists because it may never be solved, reminding us that history is full of gaps, and some secrets are meant to last forever. The Man in the Iron Mask is a mystery for the ages, belonging to all who are drawn to stories that refuse to give up their secrets.